Hey, Gen Max, welcome to your first real Spanish lesson. I've got Brianna with me today, and she's an awesome Spanish teacher. You're going to love her. And if you want to have a personalized Spanish teacher, there'll be contact information for her down below. This is the second time we're making this video, by the way.
Es verdad.
Es verdad, yes. Because the first time it went way over an hour. So we are going to work on making sure this thing fits in 30 minutes.
SOS, that's right.
Yes. So these are all the words that we thought of that we wanted to cover in this video. There's a lot of them, but we're gonna pare it down. But these are words that are similar but different. So let's just start with an example so you kind of understand where this video is going to go. So, ahora and ahora.
Ahorra. Ahorra.
Ahora. Ahora. So yes, so 1 R versus 2 R's. You twirl. What do you call it?
Roll.
You roll your R. If there's two of them.
We roll this if we can.
Yes. And the reason I bring this up is because this is something, if you go shopping, you will see that they're having a sale. And if you're having the sale and you're saving a bit of money, say 30 cents off, you're saving ahorra. However, currently or time-wise, ahora is the price right now. So one of them means the discount, one of them means the price.
Oh, so if you see these two words together, ahorra, ahora, in the statement, right? Oop. Save now.
Yes, exactly. So there we go. That is your first pair of words. So double R, savings, 1 R, now.
Yes. Repite. Ahorra.
Ahorra.
Ahora.
Ahora.
Ooh, chocolate.
Okay, let's go on to our next one. So this one is going to be important because you're going to be ordering a lot of tacos in Mexico. So arena versus harina.
Mm-hmm. La arena.
Sand.
La harina.
Flour. So when you go in, I make this mistake all the time, and I ask for my tacos in a sand shell instead of a flour shell. So your choices are harina or maíz usually, so flour or corn, but arena is never one of your choices. You'll be very happy that you never order your sand taco. Yes.
Yeah, so this letter here is helpful to pronounce right. Instead of harina,
Yep.
repite, arena.
Arena.
Arena, sand.
Yes, sand. The E sounds like an A, I guess, and the I
Arena.
sounds like an E. So
We say arena.
arena.
Harina.
Harina. Perfect. I hope you guys are talking along with this. So
Tortillas de harina.
harina. Harina. Okay, don't make that mistake. So next up, we're going to be talking about the accent. When this becomes important, we're also still going to be in the restaurant where we're going to order papas instead of papas, and we also don't want to order el papa. So tell us, what are these words?
Well, we know these words. We say them all the time. What
Yes.
are we saying? Papa.
Papa. Papa's your dad.
Are you sure?
No, Papa's not your dad. Papa is your dad.
Repeat. This is perfect. Que
Yes.
perfecto.
Yes.
Repite. Papa.
Papa.
Repite. Papa.
Papa.
Grande.
Papa grande. Sí.
Papa.
Sí.
Okay. And I'm even going to put this here. This is where we hit the emphasis under the A. Papa.
Papa. So, and then
you said it
Papa.
perfect.
Papa. That's your dad. This is a very old dad, but Papa.
A dad, no less. I appreciate how you jump off that last P like a springboard. That's right.
Papa.
Perfect. Repite. Papa.
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 Mi papá.
Mi papá.
Es viejo.
Es muy viejo.
Oh.
Sí.
Okay. What about this one?
El papá.
El papá.
Oh, so there's no accent on this one.
There is no accent on this one, which
This
makes
is
it sound the
confusing.
same as this.
El Papa. El Papa.
Lovely.
El Papa.
Yes, El Papa.
And what is El Papa? Who is El Papa?
Who, mejor dicho, El Papa.
Yes, the Pope. So very important in Mexico. It's a very Catholic country. You don't want to be ordering the Pope with your papas.
Interestingly, the words are pronounced the same. Repite, papa,
Papa,
papa.
Papa,
The only difference is,
El Papa, and that capital P.
and the capital P, like Dios or God.
Yep.
Yes. So actually, Pope and potato are the same word in Spanish.
Which is interesting. I would have thought it would be the El Papa.
I know.
it's not.
Spanish is surprising.
Yep.
Papa.
Papa. El Papa.
Papa.
Papa. Exactamente.
Okay.
Perfecto. I just noticed I forgot my hat today. Sorry, guys. But
How
yep.
could you? Es imposible.
It's exactamente. Too many things to think about. Too many words to think about. So, mejor y mayor. Let's talk about these words. Reese is actually writing these all upside down, which is amazing.
It's true. Maybe I can show you that trick before the end.
Yeah.
Which are the two words?
Mejor y mayor.
Very good. Lovely pronunciation. Mejor.
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 Like a whore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mejor. And it means?
It means better. Better.
Nice.
Better, yes.
Chocolate. Sí, mejor. Now, remember that E sound that we kind of, was it in Arena?
Arena.
Nice.
Yes.
Good memory. In Arena. So we say mejor. Mejor. This letter sounds like mayor.
Mayor.
Lovely.
I mispronounced it earlier. Mayor.
And we know the word Maya.
Mayo. Cinco de Mayo.
Great. Cinco de Mayo. My birthday.
Your birthday.
Mi cumpleaños.
Well,
Es el Cinco de Mayo.
we'll have to have a celebration.
That's a month. Oh, I would love that. Me encantaría. Mayo.
Mayor.
So we say mayor.
Yes.
As opposed to
Mejor.
very good. Like
Mejor.
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 But it actually
Mejor
means
is
better.
Yep,
Yeah, mejor is better. I like that. Mejor. Okay, repite. Mejor.
Mejor.
Mayor.
Mayor.
So mayor means
older.
Nice.
There we go.
Sabes mucho.
Un poco.
Sí. Okay, por ejemplo.
Un poquito.
Sí, bueno, yo, sí, bastante.
Bastante.
Quite a lot.
What, me?
Sí,
Mejor
tú,
que
mejor.
tú?
Mejor que yo, imposible. No, no, es una broma. Okay, es mayor.
Mayor. Sí, mayor.
Que Brighton.
Sí.
Es mayor. Es mayor.
Es mayor.
Es mayor.
Older. Yes.
Yes. Brighton es lo mejor.
Lo mejor. The best.
The best.
On YouTube. Yes.
Es
lo
verdad.
mejor.
If we add that lo in front,
The
Brighton es lo mejor, it becomes not better, but
the best. So tell me down in the comments below, who is mejor, Q RuPaul or Brighton from Almost Retired in Mexico?
sí.
Sí.
¿Quién es lo mejor?
¿Quién es lo mejor?
No, ¿quién es mejor? Está bien.
Sí, está bien.
Maravilloso.
Or who is lo mejor on YouTube in the space of travel or living in Mexico? Tell me down in those comments.
Eso es.
And there is a right answer, just so you know. Okay, mejor. So, and also mujer, which is somewhat similar. So, mujer, and here we go.
Mujer.
Mujer, hombre.
Mujer.
Mujer.
Hombre.
Hombre, sí. Can be very important when you're looking for a bathroom because we have mujeres, hombres, we have caballeros. What else do they?
Damas.
Damas, yes.
Like ladies and gentlemen.
There we go. Yeah, so a couple of different options for when you're looking for your bathroom. So
Mujer.
I don't go in the bathroom where there are mujeres.
Mujer. Mejor.
Mejor.
So you could have the best woman, and it would sound.
Lo mujer mejor.
You could say la mujer
mejor.
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 Mi mujer es mejor.
Sí, exactamente.
Bueno.
Okay, up to the next one. Hola and la hola. Okay, everybody knows the word hola.
Hola.
And those of you who've watched this channel know that my fence out front is shaped like a wave.
Hola.
La ola.
La ola.
Hola.
Maybe we say una ola.
Yeah, una ola.
A wave,
Muchas
the
olas.
wave.
Muchas olas. There's a lot of waves.
Oh, las
Olas.
olas.
Sí.
Okay.
And it sounds exactly the same.
In the morning on your walk, you can say hola
Exactly.
a las olas.
You could say that.
It does. It sounds exactly the same. So remind us about that, Brighton. Why or what?
We don't pronounce the H.
Ever?
I don't think so.
Nunca.
Nunca. Never.
Nunca. Nunca se dice.
We never
Hola.
say the H. Hola.
Hola.
Perfecto.
Mhm.
Okay. Up next is hombre and hambre, and we're going to throw in hombro. Hombro is a word that I just recently learned. Actually, I was helping to teach a Spanish class to very small children, and one of the words that I learned, because they were learning the word for shoulder in English, and hombro in Spanish. So, but what's more common are probably the words hombre and hambre. And this one I think people make mistakes with.
Yes, indeed. And it's really fun when it happens. Hombre.
Hombre, man.
Mujer.
Mujer. See,
Mujer.
we talked about that
Hombre.
already.
Hombre. Hambre.
Tengo hambre, I'm very hungry.
Tengo hambre. Repite, hombre.
Hombre.
Hambre.
So when you're getting your tacos and you're getting your tacos de harina, because you're hombre, not because you're hombre.
Exacto. Imagine the situations you can find yourself in when you walk into a restaurant and tell your mesero, oh, tengo mucho hombre.
You got a lot of man.
Yeah.
You got a lot of man.
So, be careful what we're saying here. Repite, hombre.
Hombre.
Hambre.
Hambre.
Versus.
Hombro.
Hombro.
Perfecto. Okay. So this is one that actually Kat has fallen victim to, is confusing these two words, casado and cansado. So with the N and without the N, casado is married and cansado is tired, which it's interesting that those two go together.
Quite close.
Yes, but actually Kat was somewhere with her sister and she was out partying. There were some guys there and Kat said, I am cansado, but my sister is not. So, so Kat was tired, but his sister was ready to party.
Yes.
So, but yes,
she was letting the community know whether or not she was single or tired.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Which one's it going to be?
Yes, exactly.
Repite,
Cansado.
Cansado. A little trick to maybe remember that is that N starts
like
nap.
Oh, there we go.
So you're like, which one? I don't want to tell my wife I'm tired of being married to her.
Yeah.
You know, cansado.
Cansado.
Repite, casado.
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 Perfecto.
Muy bien.
Okay, this is one that I have had trouble with when I was having a carpenter do some work at my house, and he asked me if I wanted my if he wanted to work first on my cajones, and I was like, he doesn't want to work on my cajones. So, but I'd never heard the word cajones, and I just immediately heard cojones. You probably know what cojones are. They're like huevos. They're male anatomy.
Yes, but not the huevos that you eat.
Not the huevos that you eat, no.
Well, buy in the grocery store.
Yes.
Cojones.
Cojones is, yeah, you got to have cojones.
Sí.
If you're manly.
Él tiene muchos cojones. Valiente, ¿no? Cojones. Cajones.
Is a drawer. So that is your drawer that you put things in. So cajones.
Which could come in handy, like you said, when you've got someone coming over to make some drawers, or you're building a place, or you're buying a new piece of furniture. How many cajones are you looking for? Not cojones.
Yeah, some of these are just words that I've come across that I've struggled with, or that Kat struggled with.
Sometimes words are surprisingly similar. We don't even realize that we're saying something different, and it can be quite different meaning to the listener.
Yes, and this is something in English let's pause and think of a word here where it's like this happens in English where someone would not understand us.
I can think of 3 words
Okay.
that to a non-native speaker might be hard to distinguish, especially if they're reading them. Cake, Coke, cock.
Ah,
Kake,
yeah.
coke, cake, kaki, cock, right? Cook,
Yeah.
coke, cock, cake. That's all inciting a lot of different thought
Yeah.
in my mind.
Yeah, well, that's actually great. So let's look at just 2 of them, cake and Coke, because we're just off by 1 letter, and just like these are off by 1 letter. And if you said you wanted a cake, if someone in a native Spanish speaker came to the U.S. and was talking to people and said, "Hey, I want a cake," they're going to get something very different than a Coke.
Mm-hmm.
And if they intend to say Coke, that's why sometimes some of these things, like, they seem like they should be so simple, but when you're talking to a native speaker of the other language, they're not thinking about the way that you could mispronounce something.
Mm-hmm.
They're thinking literally, what are you trying to say? And
My best tip for helping hammer out pronunciation or guessing right to begin with is to learn the vowels. It's
Yeah.
only 5 letters. Most of the other letters sound the same in English and Spanish, most, but that A, E, I, O, U never changes sound in Spanish. It's A, E, I, O, U. And so if I can be careful about the O's here,
Mhm.
or the A, cojones, cajones, really the only difference is in the vowel sound. So that's where to start to help hammer some of this out.
Yeah.
Pay attention to those vowels.
Yep. And if you hear something slightly off, it could be because it's a completely different word than you're thinking of.
Sí, es verdad.
Okay, next up.
Mhm.
Here's a real quick one, perro and perro. Perro.
Nice rolling of your R's.
Okay, so one of them, perro, very common to use the word perro because it's but. But I don't want a dog.
But?
But, no.
Oh, not that kind of but.
No.
1 T, not 2.
Yes.
1 R, not 2.
Ah, smart. There we go.
Okay.
Cool. And perro is a dog because there's lots of dogs in Mexico, and
Woof,
you use
woof.
the word perro for the dogs, perro for what?
And what happens if I can't roll my R's as lovely as you can? As well
You
as you
say
can.
cachorro?
Cachorro. That's cute. Puppy.
Puppy.
Yeah, I
Yes.
love that. And it actually also has 2 R's. It does. It's
Yes.
cachorro.
Yes. Okay. So what do we do if we can't roll our R?
My tip there is to kind of treat these R's like a D, even when it's just 1. Notice I don't say perro. I don't
Yeah.
curl my tongue. It clicks my palate. Perro. Kind of like a
Yes.
D. And if I can do that, perro, I can continue. Perro, perro. Hit your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and that will help you move in the right direction. Perro, perro. It'll sound, if nothing else, much better than perro.
Yes. Perro just doesn't sound good.
Nah.
No.
Not cool.
Okay. Next up. So next up is C and C. Sounds exactly the same, right? C and C.
Exactly the
S-I
same.
and S-I with an exclamation with a accent over it.
Boom. C.
C?
C.
C. Oh,
C.
C. C. Yes. Yes.
Emphatic.
I do want that taco on
Sí.
harina.
Sí quiero un taco de harina.
Harina.
Sí.
I only want that taco if it is harina and not arena.
Very good. So C as in yes, and C as in
If.
if.
Yeah.
It took me years to realize that yes and if were the exact same word sounding in Spanish. I thought my Spanish teachers were telling me I was doing a good job all the time, but I was sorely mistaken. The way I remember that it takes an accent, it means yes when I see it in a text if it's got an accent. Although
Yep.
people do misspell this.
Yeah.
C, yes, emphatic. C, no emphasis.
Not sure.
They do sound the same though, because it's only 1 syllable.
Yep.
C and C.
Yep.
Useful.
Next up is listo. Listo and una lista. And this is mostly confusing to me because listo means ready. Everyone learns that pretty early on in Spanish, but I always want to conjugate it like listamos, like we are ready, but it's not a verb, it's an adjective.
Nice. So which one of these is an adjective? Like a describing word?
Listo.
Nice. So like Brighton está listo.
Yes, so está listo.
He's ready.
Yes, exactly. And
what if I'm a lady?
Ella está lista. So it does change to the A. Also, if there's multiple people, you'll add an S to it, but you're never, ever, ever going to conjugate it. And that is key. That is the mistake that I always make, is trying to conjugate listo. And this is very common. Back to that restaurant, your waiter will ask if you're listo.
Yes, they'll walk up to your table.
Or listos.
Listo?
Yep. Listos,
Ready?
the whole table.
And your answer is?
Listo.
Listo. If it's everybody, the waiter's going to ask you, the mesero, listos? With an S,
Sí.
because it's an adjective. So you're going to describe backwards. Yeah. You're going to.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Works sometimes. If it's a group of us, I'm going to walk up and say, listos?
Yep.
Ready to go downtown to the Malecón? Listos?
Yep. Or that's short for estamos listos.
Nice.
So that's
we are
kind of
ready.
like just implied. Is
Yes.
the verb is implied.
Kind of like how we can say, are you ready? Or you can just say, ready.
Yep.
We can just say, listo or listos.
Yep. Exactly.
But here we have una lista, like with an
Yes.
A, which is
Like
something
a
totally
list
different.
of words that we're teaching you, or hopefully you're learning these words as we go.
Es una lista.
Una lista.
Una lista.
Una lista grande.
Estamos listos.
Sí.
Okay.
Okay. Listos? Or listo, I guess, or
Okay.
lista.
We could assume, what do we do when we guess? We aren't know if it's
That's
girls or
true.
boys.
Listo.
Or,
We go with the masculine.
yeah, we're going to assume it's a group of people watching, because let's come
Yep.
on now.
But watching individually, probably.
Mm,
Let me know down in those comments below if you're watching in a group or it's just you watching individually.
Listo or listos?
Listo.
Or if you're a
Listos?
gal, lista.
Yes.
Estoy lista.
Yes. Tell us if you're ready. That's how you're going to let us know down below. Okay. Okay. Here's another one that we're going to do quickly. Viajo and Viejo. And this is a trip or old. So, but commonly you'll take day trips or you'll be on a vacation in Mexico. Tell us about these guys.
Yes. Repite. Viejo. Viejo.
Viejo.
Remember what I said about those vowels. Same situation. Viejo.
Viejo.
Brighton no es viejo.
Sí. Estoy muy joven.
Es verdad. Muy
Sí,
joven.
muy
Y
joven.
muy guapo.
Sí, exactamente.
Y listo. Inteligente.
Sí.
Sí, todo.
Muchas cosas.
No es viejo.
No es viejo.
Yo tampoco.
No.
Viajo.
Viajo.
¿Qué es viajo, Brighton?
So that is a trip, correct? Or I travel, or
Viajo with an O on the end means I travel.
I travel. Okay, so that is viajo. So it's a verb.
Like I could say viajo mucho.
Yes. Or
I travel a lot.
viajamos.
Chocolate.
If we're traveling together.
Sí, viajamos juntos. As opposed to, wait, we just said viajo, right? Yeah. Viajo.
Yes.
Viejo.
Viejo. Old.
Viejo.
Sí.
Now we have one more word we can add here. If we don't want to say I travel, we're trying to say I'm going on a trip, or I'm going on a journey, or even a vacation.
Viaje.
Very good. This is el or un viaje, like the noun, trip or travel.
There we go.
So repite viaje.
Viaje.
Muy bien. Un viaje a México.
Sí. Which would mean, by the way, a trip either to Mexico, but if you're in Mexico, it means a trip to Mexico City.
Es verdad. Paseñas, people from La Paz say, soy de México, or voy a México.
Yep.
And they mean?
They're going to Mexico City.
Yes. Kind of
They're-
like how we do DC and Washington. There's a little bit of that. We have a state. And when people say, soy de Washington, outside of the... Anyway, it's a hub.
It's a hub.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what she's saying. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, we are flipping to the next page. Okay,
La
cerca.
próxima página.
Sí, la próxima página. Cerca and cerca. So these words sound exactly alike, but mean different things, and are spelled exactly alike and mean different things. And you should know this, or I needed to know this, because I'm always having trouble with my fence. So there was a fence by the beach, and also it means close. So this one's confusing.
So how do I know which is what? If they look the same and they look the same, and they sound the
Context.
same.
It's all about context.
Yeah.
Right?
So could you have a fence that's close to your house?
And a cerca cerca. Yes.
You can actually have una cerca. Cerca.
Yes, because your adjective goes second, after the noun that it's describing. So cerca, cerca.
Muy inteligente. This is fence or wall, or is it any kind of barrier?
I don't know. You asking me? I think she's going to tell me.
Yeah, I'm going to tell her. I'm going to tell you guys. Cerca, I learned here, is very much refers to a fence as opposed to like a cement solid wall.
Yeah.
Okay, but it comes in handy. Cerca, cerca.
Yep.
Mhm.
And a wall is a muro or a barda, or when it's inside, it's a pared. So they got lots of words for walls here.
Estoy impresionada.
Well, I've built lots of walls inside and outside my house. So
For now, should we just concentrate on a close fence?
yeah, let's do a close fence.
Una cerca, cerca.
Cerca, cerca.
Okay.
2 words you just learned.
Yeah.
Perfect. One word learned, multiple meanings. So next up is derecho and derecha. And this is really confusing and very important when you're getting or giving directions. So explain this derecho, derecha stuff to us.
Indeed. Maybe a way to remember it is that, well, they're both good for directions, actually.
Yes.
Derecho, aquí en Mexico, por lo menos, at least here, derecho can mean straight on ahead.
Yes.
Repite, derecho.
Derecho, straight.
Yeah, so maybe we can think of some kind of trick. We don't want to go in a circle. We want to go derecho.
There we go.
Straight. Can we do an opposite mind trick there? Derecha is also directional, but it actually means something very different than straight.
Yes.
It means
To the right.
to the right. One way that I hope my students remember right was to make a letter D with your right hand, kind of like we do L to find left and right in English.
Oh.
This makes the
Yeah.
D, so you know this is derecha. But still we come up against this. Derecho, straight. Derecha,
To the right. Yeah. And usually I think you hear a la derecha. So
very
to
good.
the right. So go up this way and go a la derecha to the right, or go derecho.
Absolutely, that's true. That a la derecha is a really nice clue
Yeah.
or context to
Because you
know.
can't say like go to the straight. You just go straight. But if you're going to turn, you can go to the right.
Yeah, and another way that you can do, kind of make sure you're clarifying and being clear, is to just go like this to your taxi driver. La derecha, or you can say derecho. How much do gestures help in
Yes.
Spanish?
Very much so. When you're in person, when you're on the phone, gestures don't help.
No, so yeah, derecho, derecha.
Yeah. And there's a couple other meanings here too. So to be right is
Oh, that's a good point. I'd forgotten about this important fact. Derecho also means kind of like straight, is like, well, think of like a straight line or walk in the
Straight and narrow,
line or
yep.
straight and narrow. Derecho also means like just or right.
yeah, it's like your rights.
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly, your rights, even like legal rights can be derechos.
Okay, this is the last one, and we're getting pretty close to 30 minutes. This is perfect. So clave and clavo, and this is something that you'll need as someone who's living in Mexico, even as someone who's traveling in Mexico. This is something we learned in Guatemala when we were trying to figure out getting into our house or getting into our rental unit. We needed what we thought was a clave, the key, but it's not quite. We're going to talk about that word too. But let's talk about clave and clavo, 2 words that you'll come across if you're working any kind of construction or have a house. So clave is your password. So
Password where? To your house?
password to your house. Yes, exactly.
A clave password as in like one you would
Type in. Yes.
type in. It kind of means key code or
Yeah.
but not an actual physical key. This
Yes.
is like a password,
Yes.
a code you
exactly.
punch in into something,
So
right?
technically, I wonder if you have like a code to punch in. If you have like an Airbnb and you're punching in a code, you might have a clave.
I literally just had that thought.
Yeah. And then we've got like the clave for the internet.
Yes, that's
so
a
this
great
is the internet
example.
password
The
here.
clave is written down here just in case.
Yep.
Mhm.
Also known as contraseña.
That's very useful. Contraseña. Your computer screen's going to always say contraseña.
Yep.
Put in your email password, your contraseña. Clave works for that too. It's in a way,
Yep.
it's a key, that kind of key or code, as opposed to clavo.
Which
you
is
know
a
what that
nail.
is.
Yep. So clavo, often in construction of houses, clavos happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Clavo en la llanta. La llanta de mi
the
carro.
llanta, your tire. Yes.
Tengo un clavo
Yes.
en mi llanta. Clavos are nails, that kind of nail.
Yep. And actually, interestingly, what I've found here is that screws, tornillos, much more common than nails because there's not a lot of wood here in Baja California Sur.
Good call.
Probably on the mainland, there's probably more wood because there's more rain, there's more trees. But out here, everything's made out of concrete. So it's all about screws because that's what gets stuck in your tire. Tornillos.
En una semana yo 3 veces.
3 times.
In a week.
In 1 week.
Not in La Paz, anyway, Mexico.
Yep.
Okay, so clavos.
Clavos.
And there was one more you wanted to compare to these two. Oh, that's right. The llaves. The llaves. Why are we bringing that one up? Because it doesn't look like this.
Yes, it doesn't look like this, but it's important because unlike a key for your computer or a password for your computer, this is the physical key that you put in the lock.
Or what about my car?
Or in your car. Yes, you can yes.
Okay, so I can ask, ¿dónde están mis llaves?
Yes, I lose my keys all the time.
Yeah, or ¿dónde están tus llaves?
Yep.
See?
Exactly. Llaves.
Okay.
Important.
Good one.
Cool. Okay, we have reached the last one that we have checked off that we wanted to show you in this 30-minute video. So let us know down below if you want us to do this again. There's so many more words that are similar. There's so many other things that you could learn in Spanish. I know Q RuPaul has a Spanish language learning channel, and he is really good at teaching Spanish. But I just wanted to go through some words that you guys should all know and know the difference of because, yeah, I've been confused by most of these words at some point in the past.
They're practical. They come up, and sometimes it's as easy as mentioning it or drawing it to our attention to realize, start to incorporate some of that comprehension. But I could keep going, so let us know if we should.
Yeah, let us know down in the comments because we've got llevar, llegar, those are close. Sobre, la sobre.
El ano, el año.
Año, ano.
Calor,
got into
color.
that. Yep.
Okay, guys.
Muchos that we could do.
Más por venir.
More to come.
Nice.
Yes.
Chocolate.
Cool. Brice's information, Brieana, Brice, both words work or both names work. Contact information down below if you would like to reach out to her about getting some Spanish lessons personalized for you.
Eso es. Muchas gracias, Brighton.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for doing this twice.
Hasta ahora la tercera vez.
Tercera?
Otra vez?
Otra vez. Oh, sí, yes. Hopefully we will not do this video. Hopefully this one will just get published, and we'll do another one separate. So let us know about that. Okay, hasta luego.
Hasta luego.